I want to switch the conversation a little bit. Trigger warning. I want to get into that solo 4-5 stuff. I know I sent that the little doc out. We want to talk about.
Yeah.
We will. I feel we will know the case and what's kind of occurred. He's been sentenced now over like 20 counts of rape and sexual assault.
He's been charged
30,
or
no?
sentenced.
Is it 30?
He's been
He's
found guilty.
He's
He's been found guilty. So
Yeah.
his sentence is going to be soon.
Yeah, I need to throw the book at him. The conversation I want to have is, how do we feel about the perceived silence that everyone seems to be complaining about online?
I think I saw Jamie tweet about it the other day, no?
Is it?
Yeah.
What was said?
I don't want to say verbatim because I can't remember.
So I think I might have it.
I ain't seen it.
But he did talk on it.
Do you think the grime community should speak out a little bit more?
Yes, I do. I feel like there's silence because of obviously who he's affiliated with and what camp he's in. And obviously Skepta and Jammer and Frisco and whoever, I don't believe they've said anything publicly. But you know what it is? It's a sticky one. That's your brethren. Obviously he's done a heinous crime.
Yeah.
And how do you navigate this? Like, I'm sure they've had private convos with him. Whether or not they're letting him know how they really feel about what he's done or whatever, who knows? But do they have to make a public statement? Is that what we're asking for, or is it like
because you're associated with the brand?
Yeah,
it could taint the brand, and like you need to let people know that you don't fuck with this.
So
just from a selfish point of view, like just for brand, like selfishly, it would be the right thing to just be like, yo, listen, Donnie's over there, we're over here, and just to reiterate, we don't condone that behaviour.
They might still fuck with him.
They might.
But and if they did, would there be anything wrong with that though?
What if they still fuck with him?
Me personally, no.
Do you know what it is?
Because
as in, there's something wrong with him fucking with them or not?
I don't like
if a friend of mine did all that, I couldn't fuck with them after that.
Yeah. So if you obviously,
JCU. What are you asking me, bro?
So let me ask you a question.
No, on the real though.
But I'm talking about your friend who's like a brother to you. So for example, like. If
those two, that's a perfect example, right?
Yeah, exactly, because he's like your brother, right? So you're telling me that if that was your younger brother, you drop out your younger brother.
I'll drop you like a dead weight. I can't speak to you.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. Like if my blood, it's gonna be hard, of course. But something like that is like.
All right, so you find out he had 30 counts of same.
That bro, that is.
Wait, hear me out.
That's heavy.
Hear me out.
That's not one. Not two.
Hear me out.
But thousands.
No, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just trying to put scenario now. So you find out he has 30 counts of rape, whatever. Yeah. So are you okay? Cool. Pod's done.
Has to be.
And you're gonna put out a statement saying X, Y, Z.
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
And the thing is
and I'm on record. I don't like that. There's no coming back from you. Of course. Jail can rehabilitate you. What?
That's crazy.
What kind of conditioning can
you
they do?
You don't believe I'm playing the devil's advocate here.
Go for it.
Same here.
You don't believe that, like, you know what? He definitely fucked up, and there's no excuse for his behavior, like in the slightest. But you don't believe that as a friend or a brother, maybe you should support him through whatever he's going through. Because imagine if everybody turned their back on him, and like. Then what's next? Do you get what I mean?
You got a lie in that.
But the thing is, with the solo thing in particular, this is not his first rodeo. Like he's been in and out of prison for years.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So,
and the thing is that,
but he's had his previous stints weren't for.
I know.
Yeah,
bro,
I didn't know.
Bro, and the thing is that like it's not even just that.
So basically, you should be used to jail. Like if anything, you're comfy there, isn't it?
I ain't saying no.
There's torture. There's holding these women, defenseless women against their will.
Tell him to call him Skepta and that. Donnie's sick, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but when I read the first thing initially,
if you read into the details,
I read some of the stuff though. So I read some of the stuff, but I don't remember reading him tell him that's weird.
No, that's
and that's annoying because that become like the talking point. Like Donnie's people tweeting about that. I was like, yo, Donnie's like had mad rapes in this case. People are like, telling them to call him Skepta because like it jumped out on the page and you read it, but it's all very like. Sequences. We don't know if they've had a conversation or not.
Yeah,
I would be surprised if it's happened and they just not spoken to man. I do feel it's unfair when you get now tainted with that brush, like because Donnie's your brethren, people look at you
exactly.
And then that's like the Sun newspaper when they're like with Crazy Titch when Stormzy
Stormzy's murderer friend.
because he had him on
that's us British media being pricks.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a tough one because obviously, just say you're Skepta, for example, you don't want to be associated with this crime, even though you are, because he's a part of your crew. So in his mind, is it okay? Why put myself out there and bring more light to my name with this association. How about I just take a back seat, not say anything, and hopefully people just leave me alone.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
if you're someone that's Jamie's quite private for the most part,
Yeah.
online. So someone like him, he can navigate not speaking about that if he doesn't really tweet too much about his personal life.
Yeah.
Doesn't really get into much debate.
Yeah.
So he's not. He'd probably go a year without tweeting. Someone
Yeah.
like that can kind of.
You think? No, I think it's opposite. I think Skepta's the one who doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Jamie
I
is
believe-
very out there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very active.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
I'm not
active.
paying attention.
I think he goes
He's
through
on
stints
Twitter.
when he
He's
isn't.
not on Insta. He doesn't believe in. He doesn't care.
Yeah,
for
on
Insta,
Twitter.
but on
Okay.
Twitter, he's
Yeah.
very vocal.
So I think Jamie is the more vocal one.
Maybe I'm
Out
misreading
of the
because I've
two.
seen him in interviews talk about like unplugging from social media. Maybe that's why I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, so he would do that on occasion. Where,
Yeah, on occasion, but as a
sometimes he'll
whole,
tap out. Like,
Okay, if that's
because
the
it's
case,
too
then Skepta can that could possibly apply to him. Then if he's not even active at all,
yeah.
then you know it
much.
would
I actually
just,
saw him to tweet the other day. Funny enough, though. Skepta.
it'll all
Something
depend
totally
on the
unrelated.
next time he has a sit down.
Yeah.
If someone's I don't want to
And they
say brave
interview it
enough
and they bring it
Yeah.
to bring it up
yeah.
or at least approach that question and just see like where we go. Because I feel like I think you should say something from a selfish point of view, and even if you don't necessarily believe in it, make women feel comfortable because they ask for something I don't think is too much to give.
Yeah,
Just be like, yo, listen, we don't fuck with that.
No, the thing is, I'm 100% sure they don't fuck with what he done.
Yeah.
Of course. It's whether or not they still fuck with him as a person.
Yeah.
And obviously, I feel like Skepta can go on the interview and say, yeah, I don't fuck with what Solo done.
Yeah.
He's still my friend, but you know what I'm trying to say? There's
He
always
says that in interview and that ain't gonna go down well, bro.
But this
that's,
is
that's
the
part of who you
But
are.
then that's
I mean,
the
That's
Sorry.
real. It's real.
It's
Yeah.
part of who you
no,
are.
but then
though.
my thing is though, if he says, "But that's still my brother," like, is that bad for him to say? I'm just trying to understand,
that's the thing. Like,
do you get what I mean? Because
understand.
it's
Yeah, yeah,
it's
obviously, like, no,
difficult because
can your friend still be a dirtbag?
I'm
but still be
trying
your
to
friend?
put it into perspective
Yeah, you
and,
can be a
and say
dirtbag.
like,
You can't be a rapist.
Dirtbag and a rapist
Okay, cool.
are two different things.
Dirtbag
Yeah.
was a weird term to use.
you know what's mad though, yeah, and I say this because like he's done that, which is definitely bad, yeah. But like loads of people are friends with killers. That's taking someone's life.
Yeah.
But you're still screaming, free up my man.
Circumstantial though, innit?
No, I get it, but you get what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm trying to like,
As in,
If you're like outside and it's a road thing,
like,
like,
listen,
and it might sound mad. Like that's like see what you're saying about like Skepta saying, "No,
Yeah.
that's still his brother."
yeah.
I don't fuck with that, but I can rationalize why someone might be like, you know what? I hear that. Same way, if one of my friends had caught a body, but I know their lifestyle. If it's someone else trying to clap you and you clapped him,
I get what you mean.
it's degrees. There's degrees to murder.
but
If you're out
even,
here
but
just-
even if it's not, but even I'm saying even if it's not a road thing and it's like,
Yeah. Like a.
and it weren't to that degree,
Yeah.
but it's like you went on some scummy shit, you whatever, you caught a body regardless of the circumstance. I'm saying like that's taking someone's life away,
Of course,
innit?
yeah.
Like, and obviously in the eyes of the law, I guess. I don't know. They're all as bad as each other, innit? But I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
because
people.
even in this circumstance with him, bro, like he's taken her life.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that like she's.
No, I get it.
you
Like
know what I mean?
the
Like,
experience
you-
that she's
you-
gone through is something that's
Yeah.
never
Somebody's got to never
irreplaceable.
recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
and the impact's mad. So like whoever the dudes are that may date them after,
Yeah.
their family, their
It's gonna
friends,
have a-
Yeah, so
whatever,
it's
like,
gonna
lasting
impact.
effect.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah.
mad.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
So I get it, but I'm saying there's guys there's people that you know who've got friends who've caught bare bodies that have
No,
moved
you're right. You're right.
savage.
Yeah.
Sometimes to the point
But
where
why
it's
are we
unnecessary.
comparing though?
No, I'm not comparing. I'm saying they can say like that's still my brother, free up my boy, whatever. But it's like with this, it's like ooh. So I'm saying, is it a case of? So it's clearly circumstantial, right?
Well, this might sound crazy, but I
From
think,
my mouth, yeah, that's what
I think people take rape more serious than murder in certain degrees.
and you should, innit? Like I said, like the example I gave for me, I can rationalize that. Unfortunately, because of where we all grew up, innit?
Yeah.
But if it was Donnie was out here killing women, kids for no reason, like a mass murder serial killer, no,
Yeah.
like I'll phone the police myself.
Yeah.
You know,
Raping 4 women and holding them against their will. So it's like, he was found guilty of 30 charges. So this is
That's okay.
a repeated. This is a repeated situation.
Then do you also start looking at mental health? This is just an open conversation. Like, do you start thinking, okay, cool, for you to be that way inclined, yeah,
Something's wrong with you.
what's going on up here? Because it's not a one-off. I don't think it can ever be a one-off anyway. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just, stuff like that's never a mistake. But if you're holding people captive, like, do you know what I mean? That's like what's going on up there? Like, what is your thought process?
I mean,
And you're not a dead-looking guy, so it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not a.
no,
I'm not saying that it's based on looks, but do you get what I mean?
Now, how we look at the surface of it, like, bruv, you shouldn't struggle to get women. Like, you're an artist.
That's what I mean, yeah.
You should, but then that's why for me it's even more worrying, because if essentially you've got like what we perceive as the pick of women, and you've still got to do that, then something must be wrong with you.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, maybe there are scientists or people that of that school of thought, like they may want to test their minds or figure out what's going on, but within that time period, you still keep them in jail for as long as possible.
Oh no, 100%. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that it should be a case of, let's say he does test for having some sort of
Chemical
disorder or imbalance, that he should get a lighter sentence or anything else. But do you know what it is? I'm very intrigued, and I've always been.
These are things you watch on like them documentaries and that. Yeah.
I always want to know like what triggered it. Like,
the big man. Well, that's your equipment, bro.
So he filmed many of his attacks on his mobile phone.
That's what
this
I'm
footage, along with the brave testimony of his victims, created a compelling case against him.
That's not normal.
And some women didn't know until when the police had to approach them and say, "We've seen such and such," and luckily they were brave enough and they came forward and they agreed to testify and go through the whole process. So I think that's why it's mad. But I do hear you on that. I don't know like where we go. Okay, cool. Let's say that person does have something wrong with their brain. Do we just classify it as a mental health problem? Then what do we do? How do we like? I don't know where you go from there, innit?
Yeah.
I'm a school of thought you just kill them off, but that's not necessarily deterrent because people are still gonna do it, innit? Yeah. But like, I'm just like, yo, just don't waste time having them in jail forever, taxpayers' money, all that stuff. But we don't live in a society where we kill people, innit? In terms of like the law.
Yeah.
But then I'm not there. I've said this before. Not like I don't believe in the death penalty, but yeah, I'm not here for that. I'd rather the slow burn.
What?
Yeah, because I feel like you getting killed or death penalty, that's a quick thing, and now it's a injection. It's not gonna hurt you. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that's gonna like take away from you. You sitting in jail for the rest of your life, having to face these walls. Yeah, I feel is a better punishment, because regardless, the crime cannot be undone, in it.
Of course,
I hear that.
But that's just me personally.
No, everyone's got different. Or you let the victim decide.
Yeah.
You know, little medieval punishment and that. Let them do their thing.
So medieval.
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. My tolerance is proper low, but I do hear you about the other argument about like some of us are people that have committed murder and that. But everyone's got their.
But the thing, going back to the whole solo thing, as members of the public, do we feel like we need to hear them say anything? Like, why do we need to hear statements? I think a lot of
it is because like it depends on the certain person that there is. Yeah. So like if it was someone else that wasn't like revered as, I don't know, the kind of depiction that he's given us. Yeah. A lot of people will be more vocal. Yeah, so say if it was like someone that was like,
but is it really people aren't saying this because he's kept his friend? Or do you really feel people?
No, disrespect.
I don't know.
To him as an artist, so the Fols Forever is not a big artist.
Yeah, he had one song of note.
He's not. He hasn't got.
But a lot of men are shook.
Yeah, because of who he is as a person, not because of his artistry.
Yeah, of course.
Because of his reputation on the street.
But there will be the ones.
He's in jail now for a long time, so talk out, bro. You safe.
But
why do they need to? Like in their mind, why do I have to speak?
Because
for what purpose?
I do hear that. Like,
why
selective.
If
I know in my heart, I don't fuck with that. Why don't you tell everyone on Twitter I don't fuck with it?
What we also need to understand as well, though, and I think you said this on our pod. If they're not people that talk about this stuff in general, like they're not. Let's say, for example, you had someone who was always in the comments or always whatever was happening in the world was very vocal about things in general.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that speak out on things that they don't agree with, regardless of whether it's related to them or not.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So
if you're on Twitter, if they're people, there's stuff that you would speak on that you genuinely do not fuck with, like in one bit. In fact, it burns you, like, or
but that's the point I'm making. Hot. If they're not that way inclined in general, they're not that way inclined. Do you know what I mean? Then why is this any different?
It's selective for me. For me personally, it's selective.
No, it's selective, and also I think it speaks to. I think if he was a bigger artist in BBK, like for example, let's say this was Jammer rather than Solo. Yeah, I think it'll be a different.
They'll get Jammer all the way out of here.
Like I think you'll be more inclined to speak out because of his status. Solo is not that big within the grime scene.
No, I understand. Yeah.
So it's like.
A lot of people don't actually even know who he is.
Some people don't know who he is.
Yeah, if you want to push your story, you keep putting BBK in the first two lines. He puts kept his friend in the first 2 lines.
Yeah, so I think his status plays a part in people not speaking out. I think if he was a bigger artist, Like if this was Stormzy, for example, or someone massive, it would be a whole different thing. I don't think that members have to speak out.
Yeah,
it'll be good if they did, but for example, for me, I don't necessarily need to know what Skepta or Jammer thinks about this. I have my own mind and I can come up to my own conclusion.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't need to hear, I wonder what Skepta thinks. Like, who cares? Not in a bad way, but who cares?
No, I feel you on that. Like with the people having a desire to hear other, like, or want to hear from them.
Yeah.
But I think what people want to see is like people around that.
Yeah.
To
or is it
show people that
holding
like
him accountable?
That what he's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And make it.
But I mean, is the best way to hold him accountable is what's going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't think a tweet is going to hold him more accountable than him going to jail.
But that's the way of how we operate nowadays.
It's just accepting that's the way the world is right now.
When a celebrity or someone in the public eye does something that a large group of people do not agree with, the first thing they'll go on their notes app on their phone and release a statement. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether they're affiliated or not, do you know what I'm saying? Or like, whether
people are always going to try and use your silence against
avoid.
you.
Yeah,
exactly.
But I think for some people, I think like if you don't say anything, you can't pick apart my words. And
I get that as well, though, because sometimes it's probably the easiest outcome.
Yeah.
Because you could say something to make things worse, whereas if you don't say nothing at all, it's like, babe, I've not said anything, so you can run with whatever narrative you want.
That you're compliant.
And also, I think in this situation, if I'm wrong, just let me know. I think it's pretty black and white that they don't agree with what he's done. So it's like,
I'm with you on that, but for whatever I'm seeing online, it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah, but does silence mean we are for him?
Of course, to me, no.
But you know what?
You know what I mean?
It's like going to court and saying no
social
comment,
media
though.
silence. That's what it is.
I don't think it means that way, because obviously with rape, it's just all wrong. There's no two sides to it. But with, for example, you were giving an example about the murder before.
Yeah.
If it's okay, cool, I tried to rob you, I broke into your house and I robbed you and I killed you.
Yeah.
That's different from we had beef.
We're gonna champion you.
And I killed you for self-defense. So it's like, you could, okay, cool, my friend committed the murder, but it was self-defense. So you can try to defend that.
Of course,
but with rape, there's no defending it.
No, yeah,
so I believe that they don't fuck with what he's done.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they just haven't spoken about in the public, which I don't.
They've probably been advised not to.
You know what I mean?
Maybe not. Jamie did like I found a tweet on my phone. He did say.
What did he say?
If let me pull it up, I think he was basically just saying at the time he was waiting for him to come. Let me pull it up and now.
It's mad. It's mad though.
Okay, someone has said ashamed and embarrassed that BBK members are tweeting like their friend didn't get convicted of 20+ rapes yesterday. What did Jamie say? 30 charges in total, and I've already spoken how bad it is. At me next time though, still all love. And the lady said she added and blah blah blah. Let me see what she said. So she said he has dragged the name of BBK down with him, and a lot of women are gutted that other artists are quiet right now. And he said in response, I agree that people talk a lot online and should continue their talk regardless. If the subject matter is Grime is dead or as extreme as rape, but people expecting every MC/crew member to speak up when they don't speak normally on anything are just looking for retweets. I mean, that's the kind of cold hard truth.
That's what I meant by saying if they don't speak about things in general, then I'm not gonna expect them to start talking because they don't talk in general. That's what I mean. If they're not people that talk, they don't voice their opinion on things that probably don't even have anything to do with them. Like they're not that vocal. So I don't expect them to be more vocal now because it's their brethren.
And
they don't talk in general.
And we're all assuming that they're all some close-knit family of brethren. They may not be.
That's the problem with artists. You think like, they're family. These guys, they might see each other 4 times a year. And that's it.
Look at Lil Fizz and what's it called?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Who knows? It might be a case of Solo is tight with one person and that's it.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just people that he knows. Or okay, cool, I'm cool with him. We're in the same crew, but we're not brethren like that.
He's way into the crew, yeah.
I didn't say that.
He's like, do not put these words in my mouth. I did not say that.
But I think as the public, we assume a lot, we expect a lot for no reason, and we don't know the full story, and we just make up our own narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hard. I rate him for saying that though. I think some people are looking for retweets because you do see when people, it's not even necessarily times a bad thing, but they will tweet something that's happened. Like, you know, like there'll be, like Pray for Paris or something.
Yeah.
You're looking for retweets. Like, low key. You are.
I don't even.
That's how I look at something like you are.
Yeah.
Like, something's occurred, you're looking for it. It's like everything with Corona around, like everybody's giving a lot of misinformation and that. Like some people's heart's in the right place.
I don't
but
get why people even want retweets.
That's why I've kept my mouth pure.
About what?
Corona
About
thing.
Like I don't voice my opinion online a lot. Like I only talk on the pod.
Yeah, same,
like
same
I
here.
don't. You will
James,
never.
if you want to hear me, tune in on
No,
Sunday.
same
I'm
here.
not even joking. Like I don't
tweet.
I don't tweet. I don't
Yeah.
like. I rarely talk
If
about
I see you on the
stuff.
timeline, it's just retweeting hashtags.
Retweeting stuff or responding
There
to
you
people,
go.
but I don't generally express my opinion online because I feel like a lot of people just chat shit personally. Sorry, and a lot of it's
there's a lot of
opinions,
that.
and a lot of people get into debates about their own opinions, and it's
That's
like,
what
am I
I'm
really
saying.
getting
I
into these conversations
refuse
with you about your opinions,
debate
which you're
opinions.
entitled to?
Yeah.
So I haven't got the
Friends.
energy for that.
Unless
so
it's about
like,
music or sport, I'm not debating your
I
opinion.
just don't bother.
You got at you some stuff about Dipset and that to rile him up.
Yeah, but listen, I'm here for the music debates all day. At me, trust me, I'm involved. But I'm not gonna go and debate all these stupid, frivolous topics about dating and money and should the guy pay and.
Yeah,
I'm
everyone's
96
got an
now,
opinion.
big man.
Come on.
I started school in 96.
Man went secondary
I
school
hear
in
that.
96.
96, you know.
Listen, I'm
So you
not.
really been out here.
Listen, one guy tweeted today. He added me and Marv. He goes, "Are you and Marv almost 40?" I said, "No,
He ain't
I'm not." I
lying.
said, "I'm not. I'm not almost 40."
But you see that when the man said, "I'm not." I don't know about him. I said, "I'm not doing it."
You big man.
Fam, everyone's got a birthday. It's funny making
That's what I'm
these old nigga
saying.
jokes, yeah. But fam, it starts
Your
creeping up, and
your
then
will come in it.
you become the
You
old
know
nigga.
what? Yeah. At the end of the day, you look younger than half of these guys out here, cuz. That's all I'm gonna say. Come on, big man, you said that.
There you go. That's why she's your sis. See?
That's all the
No,
thing.
but it's
you
true.
get me?
Innit? You fucking
you don't look
haggard
your age.
looking.
I know.
At all.
These haggard looking youths. It was my birthday the other day, innit? Like 32 and that, yeah. People are like, oh yeah, like old man, uncle. And I'm like, bro, look at your MCM looking flipping all haggard and ready.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
true.
24.
No, but it's true.